Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Different setting and really looking forward to Tuesday's race meeting at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. We've got 9 races in store. The first race will go off at 12:15. Barpot will start in its usual slot of race number 2 at 12:50. Place accumulator race number 3 at 13:25. The pick 6 race number 4 at 2 o'clock. The first jackpot race 5 at 14:35. And the second jackpot will start in race 6 at 3:15. The last race will run race 9 at 5 o'clock. Just before we jump into the nitty-gritty and give you the lowdown as to what I like on this card, it's a tricky card. There is absolutely money to be made. It's going to be a big week of racing. I know we're all trying to build that kitty heading up into December. It's Christmas time and we want to fill those socks. So let's try and dive into this card. Before we get there, give us a like on YouTube, give us a like on Facebook, and give us a like on Instagram. There's some good, perfectly placed interview packages that have been put together for this Tuesday meeting, and that will help you with the 9-race card. Race number 1, I've tried to keep it short and sweet. It's the Hollywoodbets Kenilworth Welcomes You Work Riders maiden plate. They'll line up at the 1100 meter mark. Let's chat about number 1, Phil the Fluter. It is a work riders race, so naturally we're going to have to just watch how these horses go to the start, how they load up, how they behave behind the gates. 1 Phil the Fluter ran a good race last time, ran 3rd, beaten a length and a bit by Elizabeth Gold. That form line's going to work out over the next couple of weeks. I'd perhaps follow this horse, Phil the Fluter. I'm expecting him to make marked improvement from that run, and I do make him one of the leading lights when it comes to the first race of the afternoon. There's plenty dangers. The danger for me is going to come from the stable companion, number 11, Rafa Bay. Justin Snaith, the trainer. The work rider being Louis Burke gets the ride, a man that does so much work back at the Futura Park training facility. This horse has been super consistent. He ran a great race over 12:50 at Hollywoodbets Durbanville last time out. He's done everything right in his career. He's just now got to get his head in front. So 11 Rafa Bay with the right ride, I think he'll go very close and he'll put the stable companion Phil the Fluter under big pressure that last bit. So to make some money, to set us up for the exotics, which starts in race number 2, I'm going to suggest we take the swinger, the Justin Snaith swinger, to start the day off. Number 1, Phil the Fluter, and number 11, Rafa Bay. On to race number 2, the first leg of the Bipot. You need to be on at 12:50. It's the Cape Turf Club Syndicate Cape D Stakes. They line up over 1,000 meters. It's a tricky race. It always is when it comes to these low-level Cape D Stakes. Number 1, Lover's Lane, a horse that's been in really good form of late. Lunga Gila, the trainer. Ashton Aries gets the ride. He took off to run a great second behind Electric Fields last time out. Now that he races up the lane at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth, he'll go very close. Number 2, Electric Fields, Pumium Joker for Michelle Ricks and Harold Crawford. She's only got to run in the size of this table. You need to produce her at exactly the right time. She's got a short run in, but boy oh boy, is she gutsy. She won a good race last time out. It was a deserved winner for her. 53 kilograms on the back. You have to think that number 2, Electric Fields, is going to run a big race for the connections. 4, Mrs. Shackleton, Craig Zaki for Mike Stewart. Nothing wrong with her form. She's been there and thereabouts. Whether or not she can win, only the race will tell us. But a trifecta quartet horse, number 4, Mrs. Shackleton. And then one other horse I want to mention is number 8, Casino Ace. Corne Offer gets the ride for Ricky Maingard. This horse galloped at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth on Thursday morning. I thought his gallop was good enough to see him go very close when it comes to Tuesday afternoon. He's a nice looking type, the 5-year-old bay gelding. He did everything right last time out. He just got tired that last 50 meters. If he can get away from the field at the right time, he'll go very close. Number 8, Casino Ace. It is the start of the Bipot, and I'm going to tip a Bipot. Let's run through those numbers. Race number 2, the first leg, we're going 1, 2, and 8. Leg 2, we're going 3 and 7. Third leg, we're going 4, 7, and 12. Fourth leg, we're going 4, 5, and 10. Fifth leg, we're going 3 and 5. And the last leg, we're going to go 1, 8, and 9. On to race number 3, 13:25, the Ready Steady Go Syndicate. It's a maiden plate over 1,800 meters. Again, it doesn't look to be an easy race. A horse like number 3, 006, is a beautiful looking colt. JP van der Merwe gets the ride for Brett Crawford. He ran a good second at Hollywoodbets Durbanville last time out. I've always said that this individual is going to win races. From the day I happened to watch his debut run, I'm a big fan of 006. He steps up in trip from 1,600 meters to 1,800 meters, exactly what the doctors ordered. He'll go very close from a good draw. Please include him into all your bets. Number 3, 006. Further down the page, you got number 6, Audible, Grant van Niekerk for Justin Snaith. Good run over 1,400 meters at Hollywoodbets Durbanville last time out. He'll appreciate the step up in trip to 1,800 meters from a half decent draw. He shouldn't be too far off the pace, number 6, Audible, and he too should run a cracker. 7, Courtley is my idea of the winner. He's a big striding individual. He's got an unbelievable action to him. Richard Fourie would have learnt a lot about him last time out. This one for Justin Snaith as well. I'm of the opinion if he can go handy over this trip, he'll go very close to winning number 7, Courtley. Once he gets that confidence booster, he'll go and win a few races in succession. He's a good-looking sort, number 7, Courtley, and he's my idea of the winner when it comes to race number 3. There's a few others that unfortunately have drawn badly. A horse like number 15, Congressman, he races aggressively. That's his downfall. He got away at what looked to be the right time last time out, over 1,800 meters at Hollywoodbets Durbanville. I'm not sure he's going to have a smooth run from that draw. He's probably going to have to do some work in the early parts. If he can settle down, he could be one that features prominently amongst the places, number 15, Congressman. How are we going to make money in race number 3? Well, I thought it was the card. When I opened up this card, I said, place accumulator. That's where we're going to make some money. So let's run through it. First leg, I'm going 3 and 7, by 4, 7 and 12, by 4 and 10, by banker 3, by 1, 8 and 9, by 3 and 6, by 2, 7 and 11. We go to the 4th race of the afternoon. It's pick 6 time. 2 o'clock is when your bets need to be on. The celebrating Centurion member Ashwin Reynolds. It's a birthday maiden plate for fillies and mares over 1,600 meters. So from myself and from the Cape Racing team, a massive happy birthday to Ashwin Reynolds, of course, famously known for Comedy Ding. And he's got some lovely horses lined up for the Cape summer season. So we do wish Ashwin all the best over the next couple of weeks and months. This particular race, well, I've made a case for a few horses. I'm particularly strong on Diamond Bomber, which I'll touch on in just a moment. I'm going to run through them in numerical order. Let's start with number 4, Lotus Island. Grant van Niekerk for Justin Snaith. Had no luck in running in transit last time from a deep draw, fast running track. She got going pretty much when the race was over. So from a good draw, she'll be there for nothing. And I think number 4, Lotus Island, will be very competitive in race number 4. 7, Exquisite, coming back from a small break of 73 days. Richard Fourie's been booked to ride for Brett Crawford. She ran a good race over 1,600 meters last time out. I'm expecting a good run from number 7, Exquisite. And then further down the page, number 12, Diamond Bomber. Aldo Dume for Candice Bass Robinson. She was carded to run a couple of weeks back. She was scratched on that occasion. She's got a good striking turn of foot. She's going to need it, being drawn 12 in this race. She'll probably switch off. She'll be a good couple of lengths turning in line for home, and she'll be mowing them down one by one. So 12, Diamond Bomber for me, a big runner when it comes to the first leg of the pick 6. And then 13, Bird on a Wing. The very well-related Bird on a Wing. Good to see that Chad Little got his opportunity for Glenn Cotson. Chad's going to have to be at his brilliant best here to get Bird on a Wing to win. But she really ran a good race last time out. She made big improvement from run 1 to run 2. And now that she steps up in trip, you'll see even further improvement. So please include number 13, Bird on a Wing, into your play as well. 4th race, where are we making money? How are we making money? I'm going to suggest a good each-way play on number 12, Diamond Bomber. So the jackpot one starts in race number 5. You need to be on at 14.35. The race Cape powered by Hollywoodbets. Class 4 for fillies and mares. It's over 1,600 meters. Number 2, Hampstead Heath. She must have an undeniable chance. Grant van Niekerk gets the run for Adam Marcus. She ran a decent 4th over 1,600 meters at Hollywoodbets Durbanville last time out. I know Adam's always thought quite a bit of her. From a good draw, she'll be there for nothing. Yes, she's got a big weight of 61 kilograms, but she's very consistent and she'll be there again. Number 2, Hampstead Heath. 4, Cam Chutka. Now here's a filly that's improving at a rate of knots. Corne Offer gets the ride for Andre Nell. She's won her last 2 starts super impressively. She's a nice big filly. You can only think she's going to get better and stronger with more racing. From a good draw again, number 4, Cam Chutka, must have a good each-way chance. 5, Jet to the Sun. She's got that big wide plays. You won't miss her in running. Justin Snaith, the trainer. Joshua Solomons gets the ride. This combination had a good winner over the weekend. That was Damio winning a super race. I think it was the Wool Lavington Stakes. I'll speak under correction. But great to have Joshua Solomons getting a few opportunities from Justin Snaith. He knows number 5, Jet to the Sun. She's very consistent. In fact, you probably won't find a more consistent filly than that of Jet to the Sun. So she needs to go into the play from draw 5. And then further down the page, number 10, Enchanting Choice. I've always promised that I won't be putting a rand on Enchanting Choice, but when I've studied this race, you have to think she's going to be a big runner. She's got a tricky draw of 10. Not that that matters because she likes to drop out and she comes with a good turn of foot late. Craig Zaki knows her very well. He rides for Dean Canham. On that run last time out, she's got to have an undeniable winning chance. So 10 Enchanting Choice needs to go into the play as well. I've suggested the swinger when it comes to this particular race. I'm going to go and take the swinger 4 and 10. 4 being Cam Chutka and number 10 Enchanting Choice. Old sparring partners. I know at the weight it's going to get a bit closer, but the swinger looks to be the place where we can make some good money. The second jackpot starts in race number 6. 3:15 is the off time. Celebrating Centurion member Fadil Juman's class 5. It's over 1,400 meters. Happy birthday to Fadil. We're celebrating a few birthdays through the month of November and of course leading up into December. I don't like the look of the race. I'm going to tell you straight off the bat. I think there's a few that have got chances. Being a class 5, you naturally want to look for some value. Number 3, Unsolved Riddle. Richard Fourie for Lunga Gila. It was a special moment for them last time. A very good winner. He was well turned out by Lunga Gila, was Unsolved Riddle. He's got a good winning chance again. The only unfortunate part is he has to shoulder 61.5 kilograms. But he's got the confidence, he's doing well at the moment, he's clearly in a good space, and 3 Unsolved Riddle will have his followers, no doubt. 5, What a Fortune. Alder Durmeyer for Candice Bass Robinson. This horse has found some good form of late. His last 2 runs have been very impressive. I like the fact that he steps back up in trip with number 5, What a Fortune. He'll be ridden forward on speed. That's where he seems to run his best races. He's got to have a good chance. He's got 59 on his back and a good draw of 5. And after that, I think a horse that needs to be respected, even though he's tricky, is number 11, Notion. Aussie Noach gets the ride for Vaughan Marshall. He needs a particular ride. He's not an easy customer, but when he wants to run and he gets the right run in transit, he can easily win a race like this, number 11, Notion. So please include him. He'll be racing in the silks, that of Vaughan Marshall and Jody van Heerden in partnership, and we're wishing them all the best on the 6-year-old Bay Gelding. I'm going to take a few swingers in race number 6. I'm going to go with 3 and 5. That's probably where I'm going to lean towards. Keep it simple. I don't want to complicate the race. It's already complicated. So the swinger for me, number 3, Unsolved Riddle, and number 5, What a Fortune. On to race 7 we go. This is probably the most tricky race of the entire 9-race program. It's the Cape Turf Club Class 5 for fillies and mares over 1,400 meters. I'm not here to bore you because I can make a case for every single horse when it comes to this race. My idea of the winner is going to be number 1, Senora Victoria. Richard Fourie gets the ride for Eric Sands. This looks to be the perfect race for her. From a good draw, this combination when they team up, huge respect. She ran 3rd over 1,200 meters in her last start. Now that she steps up to 1,400 meters, she'll be very hard to beat. She's a 6-year-old, so I don't think there's too much more improvement to come from her. But with the right running transit, right race, she'll be very hard to beat, number 1, Senora Victoria. So that's my idea of the winner, and I'm going to suggest a few each ways on her. Respect for number 3, Fly to Rio. Respect for number 5, We Have a Situation. 8, Elijah Asheville. I've been waiting for this horse to get to 1,400 meters. Craig Bantam gets the ride for Andre Steyn. If Craig can give her half a chance, she'll be running on strongly. And then final mention for number 9, Trey She. Corne Offer for Pit Puerta. She won a super race last time out, and at this level, she's always got a good each way chance. Now that I've had my 2 cents say, I'm going to go and have a good few each ways on number 1, hoping that Richard Fourie can have her in the best position possible. She won't get an easier race to crack it again. We're going Senora Victoria in a big way. The 8th race, the penultimate on the 9-race card, is the Join the Community, www.capeturfclub.co.za. It's a class 4 and they'll line up at the 1,400 meter marker. Your bets need to be on at 16.25. Never easy for 3-year-olds to give weight, but air raid. That's my horse when it comes to this race. Number 6, Alder Durmeyer gets the run for Candice Bass Robinson. They've made no secret they think the world of him. He would have needed his last run over 1,200 meters at Hollywoodbets Durbanville. He was staying on beautifully on that occasion. Now that he steps up in trip, he's got a half-decent draw. I'm of the opinion that he's going to be very hard to beat. I know it's not easy for him. 60 kilograms on the back. He's only 3. He's still learning. He's been sparingly raced. But here's a horse that you need to follow for the Cape Summer Festival. He's smart. I've had a good look at him in horse flesh, and I like his chances when it comes to Tuesday afternoon. So 6 Air Raid for me, the horse that I'm going to stick with. The danger being number 3, Industrial Strength. Craig Zaki for Dean Kahneman. The race didn't work out in his favor last time out. He was on the back foot from the word go. He was poorly drawn on that occasion. Now that he's got a half-decent draw, watch for sharp improvement from number 3, Industrial Strength. I'm going to suggest we go and have a bet on Air Raid on the nose. I know there's a few that might be looking at me and saying, are you mad? He's 3, he's got to carry top weight, never easy, but I think he's got the class to win a race of this nature despite all the negative factors. So each way for me, number 6, Air Raid. The last race, the Get Out Stakes, is race number 9. I may have been able to find us a horse at a decent price. It is an obvious selection, so I'm not going to get a pat on the back, but I like the look of his chances. I'll come to that in a moment. It's the Hollywoodbets Bright Future Class 4. 5 o'clock is the off time. They'll line up over 1,000 meters. Let's chat about a few of these horses. Number 2, Shifting Path. Keenan Stain gets the ride for Pitt Buerta. He's far better than his last run over 1,000 meters. He'll appreciate the fact that he's back at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth racing up the straight. Had it been a 1,200 meter race, I probably would have gone with number 2, Shifting Path, in a big way. The 1,000 meters on the short side, but he'll be working into the race nicely late. Include him into all your bets. 3, Counter Attack. Aldo Durmeyer for Candice Bass-Robinson, coming back from a small break. He might just need it. His last run out of the maidens was very good when running 5th at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth over 1,200 meters. He's clearly a horse that's still learning. He's 4 years old, but he's doing things the right way. If he doesn't need the run too badly, he could sneak into the minor places as well. So that's number 3, Counter Attack. Further down the page, you've got number 7, Rattlesnake. Anthony Andrews for Candice Bass-Robinson. He's been rested and gelded. He's not the biggest of individuals, but I've liked what I've seen with number 7, Rattlesnake. He's a very athletic looking type. As I've already told you, he's not the biggest of individuals, but if he's made that necessary improvement now that he's been gelded, the unkindest cut of all, he could certainly win a race like this and win quite well. So please watch out for number 7, Rattlesnake. And then my idea of the winner. I've left the best for last. I'm going with All About Al. Tricky one when it comes to the tongue twister, All About Al, but he's the idea of the winner for me. Craig Zaki for Adam Marcus. He ran a super race over 1,000 meters at Hollywoodbets Durbanville last time out. He was snared on the line by Bluff on Bluff. It was a tremendous effort. In fact, I thought he had the race sewn up going through the last 100 meters. Adam Marcus has done so well with this 7-year-old. He's just been ticking him over. He's got his confidence back. He's run against some very progressive horses through his career. And if Craig Zaki can get away at the right time, he could be very hard to beat. So he's going to be my idea of the winner. I'm going each way number 11, All About Al, in a big way, in hope that he can get the chocolates when we close off racing. So that's how we're going to close it off. Thank you very much. Thanks to the entire team. Thanks to you as the viewer for watching. Remember, this is a pre-recorded show, so please keep updating your publications, keep watching the market, keep watching those scratchings as well. We'll chat again soon. From myself, Brandon, and the rest of the team, bye-bye.